back to Midday. You're reading some pretty poignant stats on the screen about our problem with recycling, our inability to do so when it comes to plastic. Joining us on the show today, we have Michelle Hadley and Charlotte Wyville, two people who are taking some action against plastic bags and Kamloops. Welcome to Midday, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you,
yes.
Susan. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your concerns. We saw the numbers. It's pretty telling. The plastic bag situation has become quite a crisis.
Well, it really has. And in fact, to clarify what we're talking about, we're really looking at all single-use plastics, those plastics that you use once and then you throw away. And while the problem may seem out there to many people, the solutions really lie at home with each one of us. And I think both Charlotte and I really felt that there is power in one, there is power in two, and that each of us in our own communities have a role to play in cleaning up the mess.
So you're pushing for a plastic bag ban in Kamloops. You were saying that other cities in the province have already passed this.
Yes, they have. Victoria, for one. Vancouver actually is very interesting. They've not only gone after the plastic bags, but they've gone after all those single-use plastics. So we're talking styrofoam, straws, coffee cups, a lot of things you'd find in takeout restaurants, for instance. And they have made it that by June of this year, that will all be phased out.
Which I applaud.
I do too, yeah.
And yet, when we were talking in the green room before the show, you said that there's been some pushback for your efforts, what you're doing.
Yeah, there certainly has. I mean, I must say, in general, we've had an overwhelming amount of support. But we've also had some fairly nasty responses. I think... I'm not really quite sure why. When I think back to the seatbelt laws, the helmet laws, the smoking laws, there was that pushback initially, that resistance, which I think is to be expected. But we can look back now and think, really, what on earth was the big deal? It seems so simple to us.
Yes. And what's especially telling is the list of countries that have already banned plastic bags.
Right.
Now, this is at the end of all of our pictures, but I'm wondering if downstairs can go through to the end and go to the last picture, showing us the list of countries that have already banned plastic bags.
And
like
actually,
why are we not on this list yet? It seems crazy.
Exactly, Susan. Now, we can actually add Bali as of last week to that one, has outright banned them. So 69 countries, including Bali, have either outright banned them or heavily taxed bags or partial ban with tax. And as of last month, the European Union, all 28 countries, have pledged, regardless of Brexit, they will phase out not just bags, but all those single-use plastics by 2021. It's enormous.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we're hoping to push for as well. We started with a plastic bag petition because we think plastic bags is a great place to start because so many places have already done it. But we're hoping to push for single-use plastic cutlery, cups, containers, everything like that.
So what is happening right now in your world? What is your plan of action? Where are you at with City Hall?
Well, I should first say City Hall has been very gracious to us. They've responded very favorably. Over half, in fact, have responded very favorably. I think it comes down to the logistics of it at this point and prioritizing as a council what they want to work on first. Certainly composting is an issue, and that's a piece that Charlotte and I think is very important as well. Certainly if we look at alternatives to plastics, for instance with RebFest, with our festival, if we get rid of all the single-use plastics, the idea is to then switch them out for compostable cutlery and plates. So we need that composting piece of the puzzle.
Right, so there's a few moving parts to this.
There is. There is. This is one piece of a much larger puzzle, for sure.
We have some pictures that we can go to now. Perhaps you can speak to these and why you chose to have these on the show.
Well, I think visuals are really important for people to understand that this, for instance, is a whale in Indonesia that washed up on the beach, and this had 7 kilograms of plastic in its stomach. What happens is when these animals absorb plastic, they cannot absorb nutrients and they starve.
That makes me sad. These are the pictures that bug me.
It's horrific. It's horrific.
Awful.
Oh boy. Is that was inside
the bird? We've got plastic lighters, bottle caps. Some of these plastics take up to 450 years to break down. This is China. Now, in a sense, we used to be able to load our plastic off to China and forget about it. Well, as of last year, China has said, we're not going to take your garbage anymore. So Canada really is forced to deal with it.
Right.
And in a sense, that's good news. You know, last year in Halifax at the G7 summit, Canada was the one that spearheaded the Ocean Plastics Charter. And I was really excited to hear that, but unfortunately the charter has been long on words and very short on specifics. And as a result, people like us have had to say, well then listen, what can we do in our own communities?
Exactly.
We can't wait for Canada to get its act together.
Yes. 30 seconds, ladies. You have a Facebook petition. Actually, it's at change.org. 2,100 signatures. What's your goal?
Just to get as many signatures as we can. We're hoping to go and present to City Hall sometime in the next few weeks. We're organizing a meeting with them, and hopefully to bring as many people with us as we can.
Absolutely.
So if anybody's interested, we have a couple of Facebook sites. We have Kamloops Climate Action that people can go to find us, or say no with an exclamation mark to plastic, and we're members on those sites, and that's a really good place to find us. And if you want to come with us to City Hall, you can talk to us there.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, it really has to be community driven, Susan. I think this, when it comes to politicians, numbers do count. And this is one instance when we really realize that, and we do need people to help us.
Okay, that's next Tuesday?
Hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Sometime in the next few weeks. We don't have a date yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
People can certainly go on, though, to the petition at change.org. It's called Kamloops Asks City Council to Ban Bag. Is that right?
Exactly, yeah.
Little wordy, easy to find, very important topic. If you'd like to get involved, you can certainly go online and do so. Thank you to the both of you ladies.
Thank
for being
you
here today.
for having us,
Thank you.
Susan.
Very
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Quick break. We're right back. Stay with us.